Hello, Florida Earth Box Garden, video number 2 from Clearwater, Florida. We're going to review the garden and take a look at it like we did 2 weeks ago or so. I'm going to do an overall and then go up and down the aisles and talk a little bit about what's going on with a few of the plants. So as we walk around, you see that everybody's grown quite a bit. Everybody's getting green, got a bunch of flowers. No bugs have really gotten to us yet. In Florida, as the garden gets hotter, it does get a little buggy. This is a jalapeno pepper plant, growing pretty good. No signs of anybody bothering it yet. I'm gonna mostly give those peppers away to assorted people. We don't eat a whole lot of them. You can see a couple of flowers there. The next plant is a lettuce plant. We have ate a lot of lettuce off this plant. It's about done. I'm going to replant that box. I'm going to start on this one. Different kind of lettuces, but we like them all. And here we have some pepper plants, the bell peppers. Front ones, I believe, are red. I'm going to zoom in on that little tag. Red bell peppers, yep. The ones in the back are yellow bell peppers. So we'll take a look at the yellow bell pepper stake in the back. Some flowers in there. A little hard to see, but there's a bunch of little peppers going on in there. Next we're going over to the cucumbers. So 8 cucumber plants there. Lots of cucumbers going to come in if the bugs don't get us there. Cucumbers can grow actually an inch or two overnight. I've measured that. Doesn't sound right, but they can. As long as they got enough fertilizer and enough water, they will take over this whole trellis that we made in not too long. I'm going to zoom in here and see if we can show you a small little cucumber or two. A little bit of glare when taking this video. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it or not. Actually, can't see too many of them. Next, we're gonna go over to some tomato plants, or actually the beans. Let's go to the beans. There's about 40 pole bean plants here. If once again the critters don't get us, there's going to be a lot of good beans there. We never did get around the plant in the backside from the last video. But it looks like there's going to be plenty. The white box has got some room, but this one's taken over pretty good. Next we have the herb plants. Some chives, arugula, basils. They grow pretty much like weeds. You can't hardly eat that many herbs. Give a lot of it away. Next, we're going over to tomato plants. As we said in the first video, the smaller tomato plants grow better in our garden. Even though a lot of large tomatoes are grown in Florida, we have better luck with the smaller ones. This plant is a combination of grape tomatoes and cherry tomatoes. The grape tomato plants, as you can see, are sort of oblong. Lots of tomatoes on here. The cherry tomatoes are to the right. The rounder one, very sweet, very good eating. These 4 plants were larger than some of the other ones. We bought them larger. The pepper plants. This box is a combination of old and new plants in it. I don't think we re-fertilized it. The large peppers there are an old plant, a little bit of brown on the tip of them, but it seems to grow out over time. When we harvest them, they seem to be pretty good. This here we have is a plant that I always forget the name of. Here we have another pepper plant. And now we're going to take a look at the other plants which grow up this trellis, which is squash and zucchini. This plant seems to have a little leaf issue. Most of the leaves were covered with it. The one below it's clear, so it seems to be taking care of itself. Hopefully it'll stay clear. These plants will cover this whole trellis as they grow, and if no bugs get us. Last time we had a lot of fruit and the bugs started eating on them, and we lost several of those style plants. The nursery is pretty much empty. Got to start growing some more lettuce seeds. Here we have the strawberry plants that our neighbors that moved to North Carolina left for us, getting 2 or 3 strawberries a day. Squirrels get 1 or 2. Here's a hot pepper plant. I forgot exactly what variety this is, but it's growing pretty good. Here we have a Florida blueberry plant, got tons of fruit on it. Last video, by mistake, I called this a blackberry bush. This is the blackberry bush. It overtook quite a bit of the garden last year and it got trimmed down, so it's not going to produce as much fruit as last year, but something there. You can see the flowers and everything on it. Here's tomato plants again, combination of 2 grapes and 2 cherries, just like we had on the other part of the garden. These plants were purchased quite a bit smaller, and they hopefully will produce fruit a bit later. Once again, the smaller varieties seem to grow better in our garden. So that's a look at our garden video number 2. We'll see if we can do a posting every week or 2. Y'all take care, and we'll talk to you again.